Shining so light, 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 shining so light. Shining so light, shining so light. Hello, Queens. Hello, everybody. It's so nice to be here with you. I just wanted to come on here really quickly to just share with you some answers to some of the questions that I've been receiving, and to share a lot more about the Tao healing technology that I've been posting about and the upcoming training. So my name is Zarina Chopra, and I'm a Tao soul healer and transformational coach. And I work with women to empower them in a 6-month immersion where we teach them how to connect to their soul power, shine their soul light, transform negative karma so that they can manifest like a queen that they are. So it's a really powerful, transformative incubator, spiritual incubator that I love so much. And I love teaching and working with women. We're actually graduating a large group of women in the next month. I'm super pumped about. But so some of the questions that I've been receiving, hello Queens, welcome, is, what is the best way to start manifesting? This is a big question that I get. And it's such an interesting question because when I first started manifesting, I was 21 years old or something. That was like a while ago, more than I'd say 15 years ago. So, you have to realize that you're a multidimensional being, you're a quantum being. So you're constantly manifesting, right? Manifesting is not something that we just start doing. We're always doing it subconsciously, unconsciously. And so really the answer to this important question, if you're just starting out, is you're basically asking, how can I start being conscious of what I'm actually manifesting, right? That's really the question that we're asking. And so you really just want to make sure that you have the basics down. And so today I'm going to go through a quick 5 steps, okay, to manifesting. It's a PDF that I share inside of my program, the 6-month immersion, but it's very simple. And this is before I had any crystals, any, sage, or all the fun things that we like to put in our little manifesting kits. Like I didn't even start writing anything when I first started. This was all happening inside. So I'm going to take you through that really quickly. So definitely you want to take notes if this is something that you need the answers to. So then step number 1 is really simple. Get clear, right? You want to get clear and have crystal clear clarity about where you're going. What is it that you want to create? Okay? You must know what you want before you ask the universe, your higher self. Remember that you're multidimensional, so you're consistent of soul, heart, mind, energy, and matter. Those are all the realms that you exist in this very moment, right? Soul means information. Heart is resonant frequency in the universe, right? You carry a resonant frequency. Mind is the consciousness, your consciousness. Energy, matter, physical matter, your body, your physical, physicality. So if you don't know exactly what you want, that's okay. The feeling of the outcome that you want is the most important. So pick something that makes you feel good, right? Obviously, we're not trying to create things that don't feel good. and we'll talk more about that later, when things like that manifest. But the universe will deliver what you ask for or something better. So you always want to be open to receiving something, what you ask for or something better. That way you're not so fixated on exactly your request. And you're more connecting with the consciousness, the information in the quantum field of what you're actually requesting. So you're actually opening up the gates, you're opening up your heart, you're opening up your mind, your body to receive what you're asking for or something better, always. So that's step number one, be clear. That's the first thing. And just, if you're just starting out, start with something simple so that you're not overcomplicating anything. Number two, feel the outcome. Very simply, feel the outcome. So the universe communicates through feelings, right? Not words, not language. The language of the universe is feelings, vibrations, frequency, right? So this step is just for your, step one is just for your brain, right? Be clear. Step two is really for feeling in the body, in your heart chakra, in your physical body, your heart, your consciousness. So this is the most important step of manifestation, feeling the outcome as if it's already happened. It's already here right now. You're bringing yourself to this space, this timeline, right? People talk about timelines all the time. You are a multidimensional being. You have the power. You have the power to transform, shift your own timelines into the timeline that you actually is for your highest and best good to serve humanity at this time, right? Like right now, the planet needs you to step into your highest frequency, into your highest possible service, not just for yourself, right? This is manifesting is not always for ourselves. We're manifesting. We're being aware and conscious of our manifesting powers so that we can actually up-level our physical reality, our heart chakra, our body, our consciousness, so that we can enjoy a higher perspective, a higher lifestyle, that we actually can have the power and the freedom to serve humanity in the best possible way that we can. Whatever that means for you. That doesn't mean that you need to become a healer or you need to be, just it's really up to you. How does that resonate for you? What do you envision for yourself? Those dreams, those visions that you have had for decades since you were a little girl are probably exactly what you're meant to be doing on this planet. So don't discount those. Connect to the feeling of the outcome as if it's already in your physical reality, okay? Then act as if it's yours. This is so important. This is still part of step two. Act as if it's yours. It's already yours. It's done. Remember, you're aligning yourself to this timeline. So embody the feelings of already having your manifestation as often as possible. So when I first started, like I told you, I didn't have all the fancy things like sage and crystals and journals and all that stuff. I wrote what I want on a piece of paper. I stuck it to my wall. And I said, I'm so happy and grateful now that I have this thing, whatever it was. It was like a car. At the time, it was my first time. I was trying something simple, right? Starting with simple things. So car, I wanted to travel to Thailand and something else. Oh, and I wanted to lose weight because I was, overweight at the time. So I did that. That's exactly what happened. I followed these simple steps. That's exactly what happened. And I did it for 5 minutes in the morning and 5 minutes at night. That is all I did. And I never wrote anything. I didn't journal. I didn't have all this fancy stuff, which I did later on in life as I continued this process. But when I started, I didn't. It was very simple. So manifesting can be very simple. And I feel like people might overcomplicate it and also make it seem daunting, or that you need a whole bunch of things when you don't really. You just need yourself and the power of your intention. So step number 3 is gratitude, right? What you want or something better, remember, is already on its way to you. The fact that you have a simple intention, you are emitting consciousness into your field, into your quantum field. You're emitting the consciousness of what you desire. And if you truly trust the universe and you truly trust your own heart and soul, that this is exactly what you is in your highest and best good, right? For the benefit of all beings, not just for yourself. And you know that everything comes in divine timing. Remember, releasing attachment to timing. You can start to feel and express gratitude for what is coming, as if you already have it. This is the kind of certainty that really releases resistance and brings your desires into your physical reality. So important. The greatest gratitude in Tao technology and healing. And, I'm a Tao soul practitioner. So of course I'm teaching this in that 6-month program that I have. And it's, connecting to the greatest gratitude, the soul, heart, mind, and body of the greatest gratitude. And the sacred mantra, ancient Chinese mantra, is Da Gan En, right? We sing this, we chant this, we use healing mantras to connect to these heart space. But for now, you have the power to connect to gratitude. This is one of your greatest magical medicines. I teach this in the Manifesting Magic Masterclass. This is one of your most powerful magical medicines. So gratitude, for as if it's already here. So you're basically jumping timelines. You're going into that moment that you receive exactly what you requested, and connecting to your heart and imagining how that feels. How does your soul feel? How does your heart feel? If your soul's not singing, then it's probably not in alignment, right? So how does your heart feel? How does your body feel? What are those feelings? What is that visceral experience? So step number 4, release the how and when, okay? Release it all. Focusing on the how and when your desires will manifest creates complete resistance in the body, and especially around what you're calling in. So when you know your desire is coming in divine timing, which will serve your highest good and the benefit of all beings, there is no need to stress about how and when it will come. And, one of the most powerful ways you can do this is just repeating a mantra very simply, saying, I'm so happy and grateful that blank, whatever that is that you're manifesting, is being delivered to me in the most divine timing for my highest good and for the benefit of all beings. Okay, so that's step number 4. Step number 5, stay open and receptive and take aligned, inspired action. Okay, so we don't want to have tunnel vision, right? There are infinite ways. Remember, we're living in an infinite reality, and infinite possibilities exist for how you could receive what you've requested. So there are infinite ways for what you want or something better to be delivered to you. So be open to any way what you've asked for to manifest into your reality. And then just pay attention to any new ideas, new thoughts, new concepts you may have, or hear conversations you're overhearing. Just start paying attention to what people say to you, lyrics to songs that you're listening to, and then take inspired action if you're nudged to by the universe. So it comes from within. Inspired action is something, it's a feeling that's a pulling. Your soul is pulling you there. Your heart is pulling you there. It comes from within. It's not making a list of things to do and then attacking the list and executing and strategically thinking of how you're going to do something. Inspired act, unless that was inspiredly pulled from within, then fine, go do that. But inspired action feels like you're playing. You're taking actions and it feels amazing, right? So I hope that helps. It's really quick and simple, 5 steps to answer that question for you. And remember, you don't need to make this fancy. This is just about you giving yourself the time to get clear and to follow these steps for yourself, okay? So the second question that I received was to explain quantum healing, manifesting, and karma, which is a big feat. Like, that's a very broad question, just to simply explain it. But there's so much to say about it. And so quantum healing was originally introduced by, Deepak Chopra many, many years ago. And he wrote even a book about called Quantum Healing. Dr. Joe Dispenza talks about it. Like, there's so many different powerful people, scientists like that talk about it, and doctors, but quantum healing is really understanding that you are consistent of so many different realms. You exist in many different realms. So you're a quantum being. Quantum simply means that you are multidimensional: soul, heart, mind, energy, matter. Different people will describe it in different ways, right? Like the mind-body connection, the mind-body healing, or mind-body medicine, right? There's so many different ways. So quantum healing is really understanding that because you are infinite, right? If I looked at you under a microscope, I would see energy, information, and matter. So like the soul, when we talk about soul, when we hear the word soul, under, according to Tao healing technology from the Tao Academy, which I'm a Tao soul healer, so of course I'm sharing this information that has been absolutely transformational for me. It's they talk about the soul as information that you have collected from lifetimes, right? So energy cannot be created or destroyed. So we understand that we have never ceased to exist. We don't know how many lifetimes we've had. We have no idea. We just know that energy moves through form, right? Energy cannot be created or destroyed. It only moves and transforms through forms. So what forms we've carried and we've had in different lifetimes, we don't know. But what we do know is that when we look under a quantum microscope, when we look at ourselves, we are information, energy, and matter, right? At the basic building blocks of reality. So we're existing as a multidimensional being, and consciousness, right? Soul, heart is resonant frequency. Mind is consciousness, energy, and physical matter. Those are all of the different realms that we exist in, but also the process of manifestation. So this is so important to really understand that there's so many, it's such a simple, beautiful model and it doesn't need to be complicated. And so I love the Tao and the Tao not meaning philosophy. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about religion or philosophy or belief systems. We're more talking about how Tao science, oneness. The Tao represents oneness, the source, where we've all come from and will return to. Not just human beings, every single thing in physical reality, but also non-physical reality, right? So remember, information, if we look at the universe and all the different realms, everything carries information. Heart, resonant frequency, mind, consciousness, matter, physical matter. So, and when I say physical matter, I mean, if you really want to get nitty gritty, it's like the quarks, the gluons, the electrons, like those are the basic building blocks of reality. It doesn't break down further than that. It cannot be broken down further than that. So then we can understand that our physical reality is consistent of that at the matter level. So now quantum healing is basically saying consciousness, one mode of consciousness is able to heal. Heal means transform negative information into positive information in another mode of consciousness. So what am I saying? So let's say somebody has an illness. That diagnosis or whatever they name it as, that carries a consciousness. It carries a consciousness. It has a soul, it has a heart, it has mind, it has matter, energy and matter, right? It carries information in the quantum field. It carries resonant frequency, consciousness, energy, and physical matter in the body. So that's the best way I could describe it, as one mode of consciousness using Tao, using oneness, consciousness, can literally transform negative information into positive information. And so consciousness itself, there are so many. A thought is a consciousness, right? What I'm speaking carries consciousness, like all of this, and so it exists in space-time, energy, information, and matter. And so we're not we're not in the physical world. The physical world is in us, right? We are constantly projecting a reality collectively, but also individually. And so many concepts we can talk about here, but just to keep it simple, quantum healing is the ability to use powerful, sacred, ancient technology to transform negative information into positive information. And that is the basis of healing, right? When we do any type of healing, we're just transforming negative information into positive information, because remember, we cannot, some people are like, oh, get rid of it. I don't want it. Get rid of it. I'm like, well, you can't, we don't want to get rid of anything, right? We want to transform it, because energy has to be transformed. We don't just get rid of it. So that whole concept, just like, get rid of that. Transform your consciousness around healing, and understand that you're simply transforming existing consciousness into another mode of consciousness. So manifesting, let's talk about that. Manifesting, when we manifest, we are moving information, right? We're constantly manifesting. So what is manifesting in your reality is coming directly from the soul level. If you are infinite being, there's infinite types of information. There's positive information that you carry as a soul, as an infinite being in the quantum field. And there's negative information that we've accumulated, right? So there's both positive and negative, and you can look around in your reality and see what areas of your reality are easy, effortless, flourishing, abundant, flowing with grace, right? Naturally. And then what areas are a little bit more challenging, maybe a lot more challenging, right? There's different degrees. So it depends on the negative information that you carry, the negative soul, heart, mind, energy, and matter consciousness in those different areas of your reality. And so when we manifest, we're constantly going to be tapping into, do we carry blockages in these areas? Relationships, love, finances, physical health, business, everything, whatever it is, right? Feeling trapped, all of it. So is there is always going to be an opportunity to really look at what areas do I experience flow in and what areas don't I experience flow in. That's a great way to get just an analysis of like, okay, we have some negative information that needs to be transformed. And it does not mean that you've done something in this lifetime. So let's talk about karma now. So karma, I can talk forever, clearly. So karma, what is karma? This is a word that has been around for centuries. So karma is, especially as it connects to quantum physics. Okay, let's talk about that. So that's really important to understand. Karma is just simply information. You can have positive information, right? We just talked about that, or negative information in your physical body, mental body, emotional body, heart chakra, right? Your heart chakra, your resonant frequency, your soul. So there's karma. All of us carry karma. The planet has karma. The rock carries karma. The mountains, the trees, everything carries in the quantum field. When we're looking in the quantum field, every single thing in this reality is simply information. So when we can understand that, okay, so karma was a very, very old teaching and an ancient wisdom that now science has actually discovered that, well, the universe is made up of information, and that is simply what karma has been talking about. What these ancient teachings have been talking about, that karma is simply negative information or positive information in your soul, heart, mind, energy, and matter in your body, which is the quantum field. You have a quantum field. I have a quantum field, right? What is manifesting around you is going to be connected to your soul, your heart, your mind, your energy, and matter. So we want to really connect to and understand that we are multidimensional beings, and we are here to transform. We're here to heal and transform negative information into positive information, not just for ourselves, but for the benefit of all beings. And right now, especially right now. There is so much happening. There's so much information that you are moving through, that you are processing. Me too. All of us, collectively, individually, we are moving through it. And so there is such a power in allowing yourself to move through it with grace, with letting go to what you think you should be doing and really connecting to what is going to be the most powerful way you can really move through this space right now. And if you're a healer, a spiritual entrepreneur, if you are someone that really needs healing personally, or in your business, your finance, your physical healing, relationships, anything like that, I highly, highly, highly personally recommend the Tao Healing Technology that I post. There's a link that I posted. And the reason is because it had a major impact in my reality. I didn't become a Tao soul practitioner at first to do anything for others. It was to heal myself. I had debilitating anxiety. I had insane amounts of adrenal failure. Had no confidence. I could not just show up on a live like this. Like I would have had a heart attack. I had, I couldn't eat, my body was shutting down, and it was just because everything was coming to a headway where it was forcing me to look at things I didn't necessarily want to look at or know how to look at, right? And I didn't have the tools at the time. And so I discovered the Tao Academy, and instantly my whole body lit up, my hands lit up, which had never happened before. I have done Reiki at the time for years, but that never happened to me before. I love Reiki. There's nothing wrong with it. But the Tao Healing Technology is a next level of spiritual frequency and light transmission. And so if you of course you want and need to raise your spiritual frequency right now on this planet. Everyone does. And, especially to navigate what all the shifts and changes that are happening and will be happening in the future. So I highly recommend it. You will go through, the 5-power technique, how to apply the 5-power technique, which I teach in my 6-month immersion, Quantum Queen Rising. And it's the soul power, your soul power, how to connect to your soul power, but also how to activate your inner field and activate the outer field. So using soul power, body power, you have all of these. Remember, I mentioned multidimensional powers. That means you're manifesting in a multidimensional, with multidimensional powers. So it's important to use them all together, not just individually, right? So soul power, body power, sound power, mind power, and breath power. When you combine all of these powers together in a very powerful healing practice, it becomes a quantum impact and has a quantum effect on all areas of your life. And I can personally promise you it will change your life. I know that. It's changed many, many people's lives. And the first year that I even discovered it, I went from like practically broke to earning my first $100,000 on my own. Like in the past, I've been in businesses many times. And I'm telling you, my personal story is all about, I've been manifesting since I was 21 technically, but I had a business at 19, huge success and major failure. Then at 25, again, huge success in business, major failure. 27, huge success and major failure. And so I just stopped. I started being like frustrated. I'm like, I'm following exactly what they teach us about manifesting. I'm following the universal laws and principles. What am I missing? And I was frustrated. And I said, that's it. I'm no longer doing any manifesting practices until I heal, because I could feel I couldn't stop the heartbreak, the receiving lots of money and then losing it all. The roller coaster, emotional roller coaster, the anxiety, the physical body illnesses, right? So, and the relationship blockages. So I had so many blockages in so many areas. And I just said, that's enough. I'm going to do some healing. I'm going to actually heal myself before I manifest something else. And that year is when I discovered the Tao. And within 8 weeks, I had a whole new reality that I was stepping into. And, I can share more about this. You can message me. I'm more than happy to share my story with you about this. But, if you decide to do this training, it will change your life, because they're going to give you a light transmission that activates the love, peace, harmony light field within you, within your body. So it helps your physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, energetic recode yourself to love, peace, and harmony, to the frequency, the consciousness, the resonancy and frequency of love, peace, and harmony. And you'll learn how the Tao healing technology can heal those blockages, any blockages, in a real and practical way. And you also receive a high-level spiritual protection package transmission from a master Tao healer, which is really powerful and has definitely come in handy for me, especially with the work that I do. And if you have a business, you can absolutely apply this to your business. Integrating Tao technology into your business is really, really powerful. So the links are there. I hope this has inspired you. I hope that you've received something today for yourself that you can take with you into your reality. And message me. My DMs are always open. I'm always here to connect and see how we can serve each other. And if you want to learn more about Quantum Queen Rising, I'm happy to help you there as well. So I love you. I honor you. I appreciate you. Have an amazing evening.